After 3 connecting flights, 27 hours of airports and planes, my siblings and I had finally made it to our destination, Doha, Qatar. We arrived very late on the 30th and were greeted by the perfectly illuminated and asphalted highways. We made it to our father's house and were told that we would be spending New Year's with some old friends who we hadn't seen for 6 years. So the next day, late at night, we arrived at the impressive Tornado Tower, where we would enjoy a fixed 5-course French meal on the 47th floor with our friends. We spoke for hours and planned on the entirety of the next weekend to spend time together. Over dinner, we had been told that an Egyptian man who worked at the Sheraton still remembered us from the time my siblings and I had spent there. So the next day, we decided to go and sort of surprise him and shop for brunch. He was shocked by how much we had changed. I did remember him from the few memories I had from my childhood in Qatar, but it still surprised me that the man had still remembered us from all that time. Back then, we would go to the Sheraton for breakfast pretty much every Friday, which is when the weekend starts in Qatar, but I couldn't believe he still remembered us. On the way there, I couldn't help but noticing the Qatari skyline, which looked as impressive as it did at night. After that, we went to the Corniche, a 5-kilometer trail along the coastline. We saw a giant teapot that marked the perfect angle to take great pictures, so we took advantage. The next day, we were invited to a friend's house. My dad was in a hurry and had to get to work after dropping us off, so he took a picture of the zigzag towers mid-drive. We enjoyed a great meal and spoke about how much Doha had changed. After talking, my sister's friend drove us to all the places that we had spent time as kids. The school, Bennigan's, Adele's, which was basically where every small kid's party was held. It really brought back some memories. The day after that, we went to the Pearl, which is basically a stunning marina. It had some cool places where we sat and enjoyed the view. We also had dinner with some friends that night and had a pleasant time. The next 3 days were basically going shopping to the malls. We went to the city center mall, the mall, and Bellagio, where we took advantage and visited the Al Khalifa Stadium, one of the stadiums built for the World Cup. And we also visited the Doha Sports Towers. Going to these places brought some nostalgia on. We saw the ice rink we used to go to, Circus Stand, and also Fun Zone, which were basically indoor arcades and theme parks. We had an all-out great time and I enjoyed some very good meals. My friends had invited me to a friendly football game at 2 a.m. Even though it was assembled by a bunch of school kids, it was very organized. And there's nothing like playing football in a very cold night. Also, we had to go one more time to the mall, so my sister could buy some more clothes. She left the next day because her university term was starting. We spent a couple of fun days with our father, and me and my brother eventually had to leave alone to London. My sister was studying there and would play host to us for a day or two. It was very stressful to fly alone. Since my brother was only 16 years old, he had a huge argument with the clerk lady, but my condescending attitude got us through and they let us pass. It was an all-out great trip. We had a great time going back to Qatar after all those years, spending time with our old friends and seeing all the old places, as well as experiencing the new and modern Qatar.